Hello and welcome to AV Team channel. My name is Vilas. In this segment, I would be taking you from Adirami Pattinam to Devi Pattinam and onwards to Rameshwaram. Devi Pattinam is about 120 kilometers from Adirami Pattinam. Typically, I avoid riding my bicycle before sunrise and after the sun sets. It's not very safe, and I certainly do not recommend it to anyone. Car, bus, and motorcycle drivers are not expecting any cyclists during those hours. Bicycle touring itself is not very common in India. In fact, I did not see any other cyclists except for some locals doing their short local rides in my entire Tamil Nadu tour. Slowly, I was getting acclimatized, but very high moisture levels coupled with high temperatures make it hard to ride after sometimes even 10 in the morning. Tamil Nadu has a coastline of about 950 kilometers. Mangroves provide natural infrastructure to help protect nearby populated areas by reducing erosion and absorbing storm surge impacts during extreme weather events such as hurricanes. They are also important to the ecosystem. Their dense roots help bind and build soils. There is a growing public and political awareness of the importance of mangrove wetlands in preserving the ecological security of coastal areas and the livelihood of coastal communities. A large patch of healthy mangroves is present in the Devipattinam area bordered by Park Strait in the east in Ramanathapuram district. Different varieties of fish, shrimps, prawns, and plants thrive in mangrove forests, supporting the economy as well. After my detour to Tanjore, I was again back to the actual coastal route that goes along the coast of Bay of Bengal. In spite of the heat, humidity, and at times windy conditions, I was enjoying my solo bicycle ride in Tamil Nadu. This was my first time coming to this part of southern India, and each day of my journey, I was coming across some mind blowing architectural wonders that I kept sharing with you. I made a steady progress covering the first 60 odd kilometers, passing through small towns like Andikaddu, Setubhava Chatram, Kottai Pattinam, Mimisal, etc. The Tamil names for majority of these towns are very tongue twisting, and I hope I pronounce them nearly correctly. It was almost the noon time. It was getting punishingly hot and sticky. The school kids were most likely done their morning school session and returning home for good or for lunch. It was hard to find out, but the kids, wherever I came across them in any of my bicycle tours, showed immense interest about my travel. Sometimes it was easy to communicate with them if they knew English or Hindi, but otherwise we just waved and acknowledged each other. The previous night, I slept immediately after doing my daily chores. I had to wake up early the next day and get an early start. Yesterday's was a long ride and it was hot and humid. I was a bit tired, but once I check in the hotel, I had stuff to do. I had to clean my bicycle if she's dirty, check air pressure in the tires, shower, wash my clothes and hang them for drying, edit footage from my Insta360 and upload on OneDrive, write some notes from the day. I also try and visit local must see places. Look for a decent place for a good vegetarian meal. Buy some fruits and biscuits as a backup snack for the next day. That day's ride was a short one, only 70 kilometers, but I did not have much knowledge about Rameshwaram. Growing up as a kid, I had heard a lot about its importance for Hindu pilgrimage. So if I reached earlier, I could have explored more. Jigar Thanda. Jigar means heart and Thanda means cold. I had not seen or had it before. It looked like faluda. The basic ingredients include milk, almond gum, sarsaparilla root syrup, sugar, and ice cream. Sarsaparilla is supposed to have medicinal value to help decrease joint pain and itching. Don't know if it helped reduce the pain, but it was sweet and also cold because of the ice cream. I very much deserved a treat in this hot weather. On this tour so far, the roads were mostly flat and very well maintained, except for a few kilometers on this small detour taking me through a tiny village. Most of the villagers, as I could see, were fishermen. The road was narrow, not as good as the ECR or Highway 32, but there was almost no traffic. The soft sand on both sides of the road was making it a bit tricky for cycling, but I loved the peace and quiet. I am so very grateful to my childhood friend A.C. Ashok, who suggested me to take up this journey. It was because of his suggestion and recommendation that I came to Tamil Nadu. The tour had been fantastic. I could witness the 7th century architecture and its evolution in Mahabalipuram. Massive temples of Kanchipuram, Chidambaram, and Tanjore. Mustard colored colonial villas and churches in Pondicherry from the French era. A spiritual center in Aurobindo Ashram. Ancient sculptures in Tanjore. 2000-year-old dam on Kaveri, and so on. Each day of this journey was extremely memorable. Aloe vera juice is a simple drink that has so many health benefits. The juice contains antioxidants. The one that is sold in stores at hefty prices has some preservatives, but this one sold on the side of the street was absolutely fresh with no sugar. It did not taste very good. It was my first time, but I heard a lot about the health benefits and somehow finished the small bottle I bought. Salt production along the coast is limited by weather and soil conditions. This part of Tamil Nadu has those conditions. Seawater is an inexhaustible source of salt. No wonder I could see a lot of salt pans. After my friend A.C. Ashok suggested this tour, I did a little bit of research and just asked my brother Vinay to book my train ticket to Chennai. Many of my decisions are impromptu. It's my belief that too much information or knowledge about places before the actual trip can ruin the wandering and surprise elements. All surprise elements may not necessarily be positive, but if one is willing to adjust to the situations, generally they are. On my way, I came across this Institute of Industrial Fishing Technology, ideally located to help the locals. Established in 2015, it offers 2-degree programs, Industrial Fishing Technology and Fish Processing Technology. They also offer many short term training programs that focus on safety of fishermen at sea, care and maintenance of marine engines, responsible fishing techniques, marine electronics and communication, etc. In my younger years, I had the opportunity to work as a construction engineer on some very remote sites. That was the job I enjoyed the most in my entire career. Apart from the thrill of working in challenging situations, it had very little or no interference from the management. In the very hot sun, I spent some time admiring the construction people working on this new Pamban bridge. The earlier bridge, built in 1914, was India's first sea bridge and was the longest in India until the opening of the Bandra Worli Sea Link in 2010. The new Pamban railway bridge will connect the town of Mandapam on mainland with Rameshwaram on Pamban Island. This bridge, with a length of 2.07 kilometers, is India's first ever vertical lift sea bridge. Once you cross the bridge, Rameshwaram is only about 15 kilometers away, and I thought it would be another hour or so for me to get there. But little did I know that on the way there is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Memorial. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was an Indian aerospace scientist and served as the 11th President of India for 5 years. This national memorial was inaugurated by Prime Minister of India Mr. Modi in July 2017 with an amalgamation of Mughal and Indian architecture. The memorial is designed in a way to display the cultural heritage and ethnic diversity of India, making it a symbol of national integration. Bicycles were not allowed in Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Memorial area. For me, the memorial visit was a must. I had to take a chance with safety of my bicycle. There is a pastry shop just outside the memorial. I talked to the owner and he was very kind to allow me to leave my bicycle in front of his shop. The pastries were absolutely fresh and delicious. At the memorial, I met a family who came all the way from Rajasthan to visit Rameshwaram. This guy was curious about the cost of my bicycle and could not believe that the bicycles cost so much money these days. In fact, he asked me if they are so expensive, why do I not travel on a bus or a train? What could I say? I had no clear answer. Rameshwaram is known for Ramnath Swami temple that has elaborately decorated corridors, huge sculpted pillars and sacred water tanks. Devotees bathe in the waters of Agni Tirtham. Legend has it that Lord Ram worshipped Shiva in this spot on his way back from Lanka after defeating the demon king Ravan. To atone for the sin of killing Ravan, who himself was great Shiva devotee, Lord Ram offered prayers to Lord Shiva. Ramnath Swami temple was built in the 12th century. Hindu devotees believe that their journey of life is incomplete if they do not visit Varanasi in the north and Rameshwaram in the south of India. Thank you for watching this video. We look forward to your comments. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. We will catch up soon with next leg of this bicycle journey.